I'm Chloe.
And I'm Cosette. And this is the 14 Steps Away podcast. Hey guys, welcome back.
Hi.
Today we're going to be discussing our best of 2024, like we usually do by month, but the entire year, or at least as many as we could remember throughout the year.
I was going to say, this is a hard one for me to recall because my brain only can keep so much in there.
I can only
And
retain so much.
I was going to say, I know my favorites of, August to now.
Yeah.
Maybe,
Who
May
was I
to
before
now.
August? I don't know.
I honestly forgot about the first several years of the month. I was years.
That's what it feels like.
That's what it feels like. I forgot.
No,
about
I
the
was gonna
first
say
couple
I was
months of the year.
January to April.
I was talking to Adam because I was talking about how I was oh, we didn't travel as much this year, and I was we were just busy and whatever. And then I was I was in college this year. That was so long ago.
That is not life.
That didn't happen.
Yeah. I don't feel like I dug very super deep and discovered a lot. It was just whatever I could think of.
Yeah.
But I didn't go back and scroll through January.
No, I
or
didn't either.
February
I just was
or March.
honestly mostly I was just looking around my apartment.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh,
what
yeah,
do
I
I
like
like?
that. Yeah.
What did I use a lot
Yeah.
within the last 12 months?
What stuck with me?
What really?
Or what will we carry in?
What changed me?
2025?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
What will I continue to
Yeah.
use and whatever?
Mhm.
So
I'm going to go first. And I'm going to say that our first best of 2024 is our podcast.
OMG, so true.
Born in 2024. Too obvious not to do.
One of my best of 2024 is being neighbors.
Love that one.
Yes.
Best part of 2024.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It feels like we've been neighbors for years.
Best 10 months ever.
I know.
Actually.
Best 10 months of my life.
Counted down for these 10 months and they were worth it.
Our neighborhood is we've nourished a baby. The 10-month-old baby is our neighborhood.
The wording of neighborhood, we've brought so many people here. It's just us.
Well,
And thank God for that.
I brought us all here.
Yes.
Because whenever I don't remember what I was doing, but I think when my mom had that conversation with Adam and I was okay, well, I'm going to move out. And I don't know how I found it at all, but it was just I want to live here because I noticed that there was no carpet and that was a plus for me.
A big one, yeah.
And that was enough. And
Yeah.
I said, I'll be there.
And new. That's
And
nice.
it didn't take much convincing for Adam because he likes nice things. We tour it. He loves it.
Yeah.
Boom.
Easy.
And then you see it firsthand.
Yeah. And there was no putting out that fire after that. For sure. One of my faves. My next one would be best of 2024 is being a wife. First, not even full year, but first 7 months being a wife. So that's pretty fun. Super amazing.
So then would your other best of 2024 be having a husband?
Yes. Yes. Yeah. Being in a marriage might be a better wording.
Being married.
Being married.
It feels like you guys have been married for years. It feels like your wedding was 7 years ago for some reason. Your bachelorette trip. Everything was so long ago to me. Nothing that happened in the first part of the year happened.
All of that is actually a lifetime ago.
Yeah.
A different cast. A different crew.
I love that one. I'm going to piggyback off that. And one of my best of 2024 is being a fiance.
Love that one.
Being engaged. Something about it. I don't know. Makes it feel more serious, as if we haven't been serious for the past 3.5 years.
But it's like a step.
Yeah, which
A little move.
yes, to move up, it feels like a promotion.
Yeah, I was going to say.
I'm yeah, I'm a fiance.
Yeah. That's my fiance.
And then when people ask me things, honestly, I still feel kind of cringy whenever not old people, but older people than me, people in my head, because we're always gonna be the young ones, so we're always gonna perceive people who are older than us as the real adults. You know? So whenever I see a real adult and I'm interacting with them and I'm telling a story like a customer at work, and I'll be oh yeah, my fiance and I'm oh, I feel like I shouldn't say that, I'm a child.
Yeah.
But I'm not.
No, yeah, it is. It does
23.
feel weird sometimes when people do ask. But honestly, I feel it is a weird feeling being young and being ahead of most other people that we're around, because I think of people that are years older than us that I personally know, and I'm I have my crap together so much. And it feels that way because I'm in a serious and committed relationship, and luckily we both have stable jobs, and it's these other people I'm just wow, I'm in the way that usually people older than you look up and you're like, oh, these are the real adults. But it's like, I feel like for years I've been the opposite of that, where it's like I was always kind of further ahead in like the time frame that people typically assume, when like I look around and I'm like, oh wow, all these people that are years older than me are like, they have a boyfriend, but they've only been dating for like a year, and I'm like, we're literally married. Like, check
That's
off
true.
the list.
I was thinking about the like timeline of things and I don't know, that kind of stuff, because someone at work was talking about how this guy that she went to high school with was picking up like he had ordered a like gender reveal cake for a gender reveal baby shower or something. I don't know what it was. I think it was a baby shower. She was like, I went to high school with him and like he was dating this girl like 6 months ago, and like now he's having a like baby with this girl who is not the same girl. And she was like, that's just crazy to me. And I was like, that is so interesting, just thinking about that kind of stuff. It's so random. But I was thinking about how like I know people who, okay, timeline wise, me and Adam start dating to now. Some people I know have like met their partners, started dating them, gotten engaged, gotten married, and had children, and have a baby and like a full grown child
in the
time span that me and Adam have been dating.
Yeah.
And I think that is so interesting.
It is crazy.
Because when you look at it that way, it's like, are they further ahead? It's like they are, but they like aren't.
Yeah.
Like one, they have so much more experience, I guess, in the sense of like they have not more experience than us. They have different experiences. Yeah. And I think that that's so interesting, because I'd say that me and Adam and our dynamic would have more experience knowing each other and learning each other and being partners with each other and just like living and understanding.
Yeah.
Whereas they have different type of experiences in partnership in, you know,
raising a child.
Whatever. Creating and raising a child, like all these things. And so it's just interesting.
It is crazy, the different timelines.
Yeah.
Both very quick and very slow.
And obviously I think mine's normal, because every time anything that you are doing something, you think it's the normal. Yeah. And like I'd say that you and Justin were normal, like as far as like the timeline of everything goes. Yeah. So I'm like, I'm always just amazed when people move quicker or slower, even, because sometimes people are in relationships for 10 years and that kind of thing, and so it's always so interesting.
It is. My next one would be traveling, and I should have went back and looked and like made a little list, but I went to, not even some of them aren't crazy, but you know, any step towards traveling more. Florida, Texas, Indianapolis, Chicago twice, Mexico for the first time, and Denver in like a week and a half. I think that's it. But traveling a little bit more, I thought was really good. And I just love traveling. I'm one of those people that I could basically picture myself anywhere. So it's just fun. I like, finding my little coffee shop in this place that I go to. So it's like, if you're there for like 4 days, it's like, ooh, but that coffee day one was really good. So then I have my favorite little coffee stop there. So I just like seeing new places, and I'm excited for new places we'll see next year.
Yeah.
That at least one we'll do together.
I definitely did not travel enough this year, but there was just a lot going on.
Yeah.
And hopefully I will travel more next year. But this year I just went to Florida, I think. I can't remember going anywhere else.
That's fair.
Like
3.
Oh, I went to Gatlinburg, but
oh yeah, me too.
That was also early in the year. Doesn't count. Not real.
Didn't happen. Need to break the year up smaller, honestly.
Okay. My next one is going to be, this might be random, but lamps. My lamp game is crazy this year.
Yeah. Ambient lighting.
Yeah. Amazing. I've just been using a lot. I use a lot of lamps, which ever since we moved in, I've used lamps, but like I will not use the overhead light in my bedroom. I will use the sun, or I will use my lamps. That's all. And then in the kitchen and the dining room, in the kitchen we have a lamp. In the living room we have a lamp. I just like lamps.
For sure.
I like that. I was thinking about stuff that I use every day, and I use my lamps every day.
Yeah. It's good lighting. It's just cozy.
Sunny Angels. because
honorable mention.
It's a recent obsession. They're cute. I love them. I could always have more. And whenever I put them all away, because I put away my like Christmas I put out my Christmas decorations, and then I was looking for my bowl with my like, yarn bowl thing, and so I was like, okay, well, I found it, and all my little toys were in it, and I was like, I need to bring
little toys.
And I was like, I need to bring these guys back out.
I missed them.
I took them back out. I just set them back up where they were. So I was like, I can't not have them out. My next one is pets, because I got a dog. You got a cat.
So true.
So I'd say pets are a fave of mine this year.
Yeah. I did think that Spike would be a good one to say, because obviously.
And I guess pugs in general. Now I'm obsessed. Like I'm like a middle-aged woman, because my like if I go on Instagram and I go to the explore page, it's just videos of pugs.
Pug enthusiast.
And like and then my like Instagram, or not Instagram, my TikTok, my For You page is just knitting and pugs. I am old. What I've discovered is that I am old. So
you found your passion.
I found my two passions. And what more to life is there?
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah. Another one is not specific to 2024, but it is going to be a continued favorite every single year for the rest of my life, and that is just that it's the color pink.
For sure. Valid.
I never get tired of it.
No. Love pink.
Last one is, from my randoms, is silver. Just
True.
because I had my silver sneakers, I had my silver bag, I wanted to dabble in silver jewelry, so I'd just say silver.
Yeah. I did think about silver, but I don't actually have that much silver yet, but that'll be a 2025 goal. More silver.
Implementing it.
Yes, implementing
if we remember the first several months of the year.
Because I want to make I want to crochet that scarf that has the like gray, the yarn that's gray with like silver in it. I'm like,
yeah.
So my first one on my list of 2024 is, I know you're tired of hearing it.
I was gonna say,
bear with me. Barrel jeans. I promise I won't mention them in a fave moving forward.
Free people should sponsor us at this point.
Yes, they really should.
For the amount of mentions for the barrel jeans specifically.
Yeah. I will refrain from mentioning it in a monthly favorite again, but do know, rest assured, they are my monthly favorite every month. But definitely a yearly favorite. Would say it changed my like identity, frankly. My fashion identity and my style just elevated so much.
I haven't had a favorite jean in so long.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I just feel such passion towards them.
Yeah.
Can't live without them.
Okay. What do I have? On the topic of my silver, my Onitsuka Tiger Mexico 66 sneakers. I don't have them with me, but
they're so cute.
They're little silver sneakers, and they have just a lot of character, a lot of fun to them, and honestly, they're more neutral than I thought they would be. I wear them with everything. Like, there's not been something that I'm like, I can't wear this with these.
Yeah.
Like,
they'll go with anything.
As far as this year's concerned, 9 times out of 10, I would put on those shoes because they're awesome, and I can wear them in the rain.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
yeah.
Because I love wearing a sneaker in the rain. And I just love them. And I'm kind of bad about it. If like I can't see it, then I don't remember it's in my closet. And they were like buried under something. And I was like, I haven't seen those in a while. And then I was like, oh my God, thank God they're still here.
Did not float away.
Did not. I love them.
My next fashion one is simply a hoodie that hoodies. I put on at the beginning of the year, or maybe the end of last year, I think it was the beginning of the year, I did a 2024 in and out, and on out, I said sweatshirts, like crew necks, because hoodies were in for me this year. Was not in the mood for any crew neck. No. I want hoodies, and that's it. And I honestly did not acquire that many throughout my hoodie year. However, honorable mention, of course, is the Skims hoodie. That's perfect and amazing, the pink one. And the fit just can't be replicated, honestly. That one's perfect and amazing. Then I got the Yeezy Gap hoodie for my birthday in July. And I've only worn it like a couple times because with a birthday in July, I really wanted it, but I just couldn't really utilize it that much. But we'll be wearing it a lot now because it's just so warm that in all the best ways, but obviously the temperature outside does matter. But so cute. And then Abercrombie hoodies also would be an honorable mention to me. But just a hoodie that is right. A hoodie with a vest a hoodie with jeans, a hoodie with sweats, a hoodie with anything. The comfort of it. Only complaint is that people say, like, don't have to, but, like, the only way to wear your hair with a hoodie is, like, slicked back. And I don't really implement that because I don't really slick my hair.
Yes, I have short hair. So.
Yeah, so that's not a thing. But I just love a good hoodie.
Yeah. I also love a good hoodie, but I didn't put it on my list. I will say, on the topic of, like, sweats, my Aritzia sweatpants, they are a fave. I don't remember what they're called. They're like the TNA Cozy Fleece something. I don't know. Mega sweatpants, I think. Anyway, I love them. And I was just thinking, I don't know why I didn't put another pair of those on my Christmas list, like a black pair, because one, I don't have a black pair of sweatpants. And I love my Aritzia sweatpants. I just love, love, love them. I wear the crap out of them. And I will always be the biggest enthusiast for Aritzia sweat anything because it's just really good quality, honestly. But yeah, no, they're like a really, I guess I bought those in like the spring, summer, and I have worn the crap out of them. So they're a fave.
Yeah, for sure. I just realized we didn't do updates.
I thought about that, but for some reason I thought you were going to like slip it into.
I can do that. That'll work.
Okay.
Yeah, that'll work. Duh. No, I remember it. My next one is, I love a Baggu. I really do. However, I would say that something that was 2024 for me was transitioning to my big girl purse. And I will say that is probably a bit more seasonal. I definitely think that I will come back to my like slouchy, well, I guess my big girl purse right now is still slouchy, but like, you know, the Baggu type style bag. I still love that very much, but I got like leather or pleather, I don't know, tote-ish type of purse. Like it's a bigger bag and it's so cute, and I have like used it for months. And usually I kind of switch between my purses more, but it just goes with everything and it's perfect and amazing. So I would say like having my big girl purse definitely elevates my outfits, I guess.
Yeah. I almost put purses because I also have been loving purses, but I feel like, I don't know, I'm really lazy about changing out my purses. So I really only change it like quite rarely.
Yeah.
So like a lot of times me using a bag is just out of convenience.
Yeah, that's fair.
My next one is going to be my Tiffany necklace because it is definitely a best of this year. I do not take it off. It is the one piece of jewelry that I literally never take off. I wear it everywhere. The only time I've taken it off is whenever I went to Bonnaroo, and that was mostly because I'm really bad about like just being like, I don't care, I want to wear it. Adam was like, he is the sensible one, and he's like, hey, I really, really don't want you to be upset if something happens to your necklace, and I really, really, and I had just gotten it, so that's why I was like, I wanted to wear it. Yeah. But he was like, I really, 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 like, I know it's going to be nasty and gross and dirty, and like, you don't want to get it messed up or stolen or whatever, so like, just, or lost. So like, just don't wear it for peace of mind.
Yeah.
And I was like, you're right. I took it off, but this is the only time I've taken it off, I think. Unless I self-tan. But, like, I don't take it off. And I love it. And I'm really glad I didn't wear it to Bonnaroo because all the jewelry I wore to Bonnaroo is trash. Because it's disgusting. Just, like, I can't express the amount of dirt that's in the air.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm glad you
everything is caked in dirt. So, I'm glad I didn't wear it. Tiffany does clean them, I think.
Yes, they do.
But I don't think I want it to be covered in dirt. So,
yeah, for sure.
But it's a fave.
Yeah, I would agree, even though I've only had mine for a short amount of time. It is just with everything all the time, no matter what. So,
it's a staple.
It is. My next one is definitely looping back to the whole don't remember the first part of the year. But scarves, I would definitely say. I've been loving my scarf lately. I only have 2, and I love them. And it's just such a fun extra thing to add to my outfits. And also, it has purpose, so it's cute. And serves a purpose. And yeah, very seasonal, but still felt that it was worth the mention.
Yeah. I have one scarf and I love it. And I wear the crap out of it around like this time of year and winter and stuff. So I'm sure that I will continue to wear it. I need to knit some scarves. I just like not feeling down that rabbit hole right now because the sweaters are taking up my attention. So
for sure.
Yeah. I hate to say this one because the majority of the time that I'm wearing these, I'm working. But I do think that it is a best item of 2024 for me, and that is Hoka's. Because I have to wear them at work because I'm on my feet for 10 and a half hours. So like, well, 10 hours, I guess. But I have to wear them for that. And then I use them every time I go on walks, anytime we exercise, sometimes just casually. You never really know. I do wear my Hokas a crap ton to the point that my Hokas broke last week. Like I don't know how to explain it, but like I was like, what is stabbing my foot right now? And it was like the plastic that's like in the heel part, like is like, I don't know how this happened, but it's like bent out and like was like stabbing my heel. So I was like, okay, I'll wear my fake Hokas. And those do not do what a Hoka does for 10 hours for 40 hours a week. And I'll be at work for like almost, I think it'll be like 50 or 60 hours this week. So I'm going to be in rough shape, and now I'm like annoyed because I have to buy new Hokas, and I wanted to buy new Hokas, but I don't want to buy new Hokas to wear to work.
Yes.
Like I don't want to buy work Hokas. I want to buy Hoka.
Yeah. And then when those ones get demoted, they'll go to work, and then there's a system.
And I didn't buy my Hokas from the Hoka website, so they don't fall under the like category of whatever their thing is.
The warranty thing, yeah.
Adam bought his from there, so he needs to get his traded out. But Hokas are a fave. One of them is vague. It's an every year fave. It's a best of every year, but it's still a best, and that is mini Uggs.
Yeah.
Of any kind.
Yeah.
I love them. They're a staple. There's not much to say, but
I did think about my Uggs, but I'm like, I technically got them maybe the year before, but I do wear them all the time. And every time that I wear them with, like, I took them on my Gatlinburg trip, and I took them and tennis shoes, and then we didn't end up doing anything athletic, so I wore my Uggs with every outfit, and it was just perfect. They're just comfy, but they also like can go with a sweater. I'm just like, they just look so cute on. I just love the way that like Uggs look.
Yeah.
I'm sure older people would be like, they look ugly, but I think they look so cute.
They're perfect.
Yeah.
My last one was PJ sets.
True.
Because I wear a lot more PJ sets this year than I did last year. And that was a goal.
Yeah.
So I'm achieving that goal.
It is. It makes me feel more put together.
Mm-hmm. Makes me feel actually ready for bed.
Yeah. It makes me feel better the next morning.
Yeah.
Like when I wake up and I'm in a PJ set, I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
It's just different. I don't know.
I agree.
It's in your head, but that's fine. I don't mind that.
I don't care. There's a lot of things in my head.
Yeah. My first one is short hair.
Okay.
And I put specifically that I'm not going to say that. When I first cut my hair, I styled it a lot. What I put on my list was no heat. But when I first cut my hair short, I did style it a lot. But now I don't feel the need to really. But just short hair in general, I feel like was a big part of my year. Even though I think I only cut it in like June, it is my identity.
Alrighty. My first beauty one is specifically the Mint Summer Fridays lip balm. And I've always loved a mint lip balm. I think it started with, I've used chapstick obviously my entire life, but that's because as a child I had my just bad habit was just like picking at my lips. So my dad always made sure I had chapstick, and it didn't work, like, girl. But my first, like, do you remember when EOS, like the little ball ones were like the thing?
The thing,
like,
for sure.
That year it was like the little Kavu sling bags and like oh my gosh, we really are just girls, because now it's Baggu sling bags, but like it's always something. You know what I mean?
It's always something. Yeah.
Our chapstick in our bag, it's always a thing. Anyway, so whenever
bottles.
We're just the same.
We just
evolved.
We're just evolving.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But it will always be that way. Oh, so funny. Anyway, my first EOS lip balm, the little ball one, was the Sweet Mint. Mm-hmm. And I think it started there because for some reason, I don't know why, when I use a mint chapstick, I'm like, it feels like it's working. I
just feel cleaner.
Yeah, it just feels clean. Yeah. Like after I brush my teeth, I put on my mint chapstick, and I'm like, I'm so minty right now. Yeah. And I just love it. I reach for it more often than not. And honestly, whenever I use my like vanilla one or my like the cupcake one or whatever it is, I'm like, I like them, but there's nothing.
It's not
nothing
the
that
same.
can compare. Yeah. Like this feels like immediate nourishment.
Mm-hmm. I do feel like that one works the best, but my honorable mention would be the tinted one that came in that little pack, because I never really did ever lips in any kind. So the like tinted lip is very fun, and I'm just like, I'm so cool. Like when I put on my cute little outfit, and then I put on my glasses, and then I put on my tinted lip, I'm like,
yeah.
So I did love our Summer Fridays gift set.
Yeah.
It was important.
I do love it. I use it every day. I am running through this one, to be honest with you. And like I've had that vanilla one for like a year and a half because honestly, I'm usually not loyal to one lip. Like normally I am trading it out, but not this one. Every time if I'm in the car and I'm searching for my chapstick, I'm digging. I'm like, where was that audio? It's like, where is it?
Yeah.
Where is it? And then I'm looking for this one. I have all 3 of them in my purse.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
it's not the same.
It's not the same. I can't put it on. I can't use it. Can't possibly use the other ones I spent money on.
My next one is just jewelry every day. Because I feel like this year I did have more nice jewelry, so it does stay on. I do take my earrings out every night. Obviously these ones, that makes sense. But even just my like regular gold hoops, I take them out because it just really bothers me. I sleep on my side, so I can't have like my big hoops in my ear. But any jewelry every day. I try to do my earrings every day, and then my necklace stays on. A couple of my bracelets stay on, and it just makes me feel better no matter what. Like, I put on an outfit on and it's cute, but needs jewelry. And gold jewelry is just amazing and perfect and so cute. I guess not super necessarily specific to this year, but I've been better about it. I didn't value it as much or wasn't as consistent about it until this year.
That's so interesting to me. I think I've always been a jewelry everyday person. And I don't know.
I didn't have nice jewelry. I guess
I never had nice jewelry either, but I was just like, I can't even think about when it started, but I remember everyone goes through phases of like finding their personal style, especially even with jewelry. And I think that I went through a phase where I was like very eclectic with my jewelry style, where I was always wearing like chunky rings and like big stones and like, I don't know, funky jewelry, I guess.
Yeah.
And like now I definitely very much, as you get older and you want valuable things that you can, that are made to last, obviously,
and go with more.
Yeah. You're just, I do feel very good about the fact that honestly, like this year in general has upped my like everyday jewelry wear. Like obviously I wear this necklace every day. I wear my engagement ring every day. And then I've been wearing my earrings every day. They're not nice, but I do wear them every day. They're from TJ Maxx.
But they look cute.
Thanks. And then there's something else. Oh yeah, my parents got me a ring for Christmas last year that I usually wear every day. And I took it off. I slept with it on last night, and I normally never do that. And
I always get so scared.
I know.
Even when I do accidentally sleep with my rings on, I'm like,
yeah, I feel so like I'm suffocating.
Yes,
I don't know.
agree.
It's like a turtleneck sometimes. Yes. But I took my engagement ring off when I went to bed, plop in the little jewelry dish. And then I forgot, because I wear the ring that my parents got me. I wear another ring on top of it, like a thicker ring. And I don't know why. I was messing with them all night because my fingers were swelling because I was getting like hot. Because, like, I don't know, there's this one sweater I have, and every time I wear it, I get, like, I overheat. Like, my face gets, like, really hot where it's, like, flushed. And I wore it to my parents' house last night, and I don't know if it was, like, a combination of, like, their house being warm and the sweater, but, like, I was, like, flushed, and then my fingers were swelling. So I like, kept taking them off because they were bothering me. And I don't know how, with them bothering me all night, I didn't remember to take them off when I got home. And I slept in them. And I woke up in them, and I didn't realize until 1 p.m. today.
Oh,
I know. And I kept thinking all like throughout the day while I was doing stuff, I was like, oh, I need to put my engagement ring on, just because I don't like to not wear it, especially when I'm not at work. I wear it to work, but for some reason, if I'm at home, because I don't get to enjoy my engagement ring when I'm at work. I'm just wearing it because it's a part of me.
Yeah.
But whenever I'm at home, I want to be able to be like, I don't know. I saw a TikTok video that was like, when you get engaged, you just want to exist and be engaged. Like, that's all you want to do.
Yeah.
You just want to like enjoy being engaged and like be engaged. That's all. Like, you just want to live and exist, but engaged. And I still feel that way, but because I'm so busy, I feel like I haven't had much time of just enjoyment. So that's okay. Anyway, so I like to wear it when I'm at home, no matter what. Like, the second I get out of the shower, ring on. The second I wake up in the morning, ring on.
I never remember. I rarely remember to put mine on.
That's so crazy.
Just never really do. But
I also had yours for quite some time.
Yes. And I mean, I really honestly should go get mine resized.
To what?
Bigger.
I think I need to get mine resized bigger. Maybe we should go together.
But it just like, I don't know. I
just
need to.
Like a quarter. Or
I think that's why I don't put it on as much, is because like it does fit, but it's just like.
But I was like trying on like the rings that I have with my ring to see what they would fit like or look like or whatever. And I was like, wow, I'm going to have to get my ring resized if I'm, depending on what wedding band I get, which I think I'm going to have to get it resized anyway, just a tinge, like just a teeny tiny bit, because it fits. But if I want to wear, I mean, depending on where you want to wear your wedding band, because some people wear them under, some people wear them over. If I wear my wedding band under, I'm definitely going to have to get it resized, because it's like, it fits perfectly. But like if it were like up here, if I wore a thicker band under it and it was up here, I would feel like it's too tight.
Yeah.
So
that's fair. That's a good point.
Yeah. And I want to be able to like switch rings out and stuff. So like I would just ultimately feel better if it was just a tiny bit bigger. And you know what? I blame Sarah at Brilliant Earth. Because whenever we went and tried on rings, my ring is not from Brilliant Earth, by the way, but and no bashing Brilliant Earth, but I went there and I was because I tried on your ring, which I don't remember what size your ring is, but I tried on your ring, and from the knowledge that I had from just like ring sizers and whatever, I was convinced that I needed either a 5.5 or a 5.25. And ring lady said you need a 5. And Adam said, well, and Adam obviously was like freaked out. He was like, you don't want your ring to fall off. Like, yeah, you should get a 5 if she says you need a 5. And I was like, I mean, this is her job. And like, she's showing me the difference between like how your ring's supposed to sit and like the gap or whatever and whatever. So I'm like, okay, this is your job. Maybe you're right. Like, I don't want to be wrong and then have to get it resized. And then, so we got a 5 and the 5 fits, but I do think I need a 5.25.
I don't know what mine is. I feel like mine might be 5.25. And I need a 5.5. I'm not sure. Because I think
Can I try yours on for a moment? Some people are weird about that, though. Do you not like when people ask that?
I mean, random people.
Do random people ask you to try on your ring?
If it was someone random, that'd be weird.
Might be a 5 because that feels really similar to mine.
Looks so cute on you. I never get to see it like that.
On someone else's
hand?
Like
someone else's hand.
You're like admiring it because
wow.
it's from someone else. I look at yours all the time because it's so sparkly.
Catches the eye.
It does. But I was thinking about that because I saw a video of a girl who, like after she got engaged, she was like at lunch with her friends and all her friends were like trying on her ring. And she was like, and I think she was nervous because like, what if it gets stuck or something like that? But all the comments were like, that's so weird. I hate when people ask that, blah, blah, blah.
It doesn't bother me, no. Because the people,
they're giving it back. Like
yes. And like the people that would honestly feel comfortable to ask, it wouldn't matter.
Yeah.
So it's not like
a random person.
Yeah.
Can I try your ring?
Yeah. Not like, someone you don't know well or some coworker or something. Yeah.
Oh my God, a coworker?
Imagine.
No, never. Kill me.
Kill me now.
Getting my nails done. Don't look at them.
Oh my gosh, that's my last one too.
Don't look at them.
Both of our nails are grown out, but we like getting our nails done.
Because I went on a little, well, I used to get my nails done religiously once a month. Not religiously because once a month, but once a month. Anyway. And then my nail tech moved and her whole family moved and new people bought the salon and it was never the same. So I was like, getting them off. And I just took that moment to let them be nourished. And I did the gel thing at home and then whatever. And then I just decided, I don't know why I decided. I think I just randomly was like, oh, I guess I'll just try the nail salon like near us whenever we moved. And then nonstop ever since. Mm-hmm. Because then at that point I was like, well, now I got to start getting engagement nails. And then which didn't matter since I had red nails before we grown out red nails. But nonetheless, I like getting my nails done. I like having them done.
Yes, I love having my nails done. And honestly, I always wanted my nails done, but I was never a person that actually like prioritized it. Because I feel like, well, one, our income, obviously, like in high school or college was less than like with my big girl job. So that was a contributing factor. I also feel like even when we did get them done in high school or pre this year, it was more expensive. Mm-hmm. Like, I feel like what I pay now is like very acceptable and normal. Yeah. But like when I was getting them done in years prior, I only ever got them done for like special things. So maybe like a birthday or a trip or something very special. I only got them done like a handful of times before this year. And I feel like it was always so expensive. Like it was like $70, $75, whatever.
That's probably always because you only got them done for special occasions. So you were only getting full sets.
Yeah, I was getting full sets and I was getting like probably like acrylic and it was like a shape and it was all the things. But I got them done for the first time for bachelorette trip.
Yeah.
And then because my bachelorette trip was the month before my wedding, I just ended up getting them done. I was like, I'm going to need to get them done for the wedding. So I'm going to get a set in between because I need to make sure that they're like, I can still get a fill. And I just kept going because it just is worth it. I love having my nails done. I always have. And it just makes me feel so much more put together. And then once I just got on a consistent schedule, it's just like, it is worth it. It's an expense that I'm willing to pay every month because it's just one of those things that I like not being able to, like, I can't pick up my nails when I have them done and they're just stronger because, obviously they're thicker and it's just nice. It's just another little thing that makes me feel put together is having my nails always done. But
I will say these were expensive for what they are. Like,
I felt like mine were more expensive, but again, I did French tips.
I was gonna say I did French,
and I got them reshaped.
I think I normally wouldn't care because it's like a full set and French and shaping and whatever, but I'm not obsessed with them at all, like shape or otherwise.
I think mine turned out good, but I think I ended up just being disappointed because in my head, when I was going to the nail salon, I was not getting these. And then when I was there, I had my color picked out. It was like right before. It was the last step before she was going to paint. I remembered, oh, well, since I'm getting new bridal portraits, I can't get green.
Yeah.
Or I'm not going to get green.
Yeah.
Because it was like an annoying amount of time later. It was like 11 days later. Like, I'm not going to go get another set before my pictures. And so I last minute changed it up. But in my head, I knew what I was going to get. And it was going to be like a solid color and it was going to be cute. And then I just got something very plain. And like we talked about, chrome is cute, but it always chips. So it wasn't worth making it a little more fun with chrome. So they're just like super basic French tips. And they're fine. It just wasn't as fun as I typically go to. So I'm excited to get new ones.
I'm really excited because the shape has been throwing me off for a month. And now they're like, I don't know how to explain it. My acrylic doesn't do this. Where it's like, they're like faded, like weird. Like they're like matte.
Yeah. That is weird.
Yeah. I don't understand because my acrylic has never done that. Don't know. But I'm gonna get, I think, just a plain color, honestly. It's either gonna be red for Christmas or like a maroon, so it's like, I don't know.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna do like a nice dark green is what I'm feeling.
I saw Layla's nails yesterday and they were like, they were just perfect because they were the perfect shape, perfect length, and they were like a very nice like wine color, like wine maroon. And I was like,
so cute.
They were just perfect, and it made me go. And like, you know how hard it is when you see, especially because it's just hard, especially because I'm like, I don't like the shape of mine and they're grown out. So it's like, if I was obsessed with these nails the whole month and they were grown out, I'd be like, oh, I'm so sad to see them go. I am not sad to see them go. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Farewell. My last beauty one, because that was your last beauty one, right? My last beauty is Merit Beauty in general. I need to buy more products from Merit Beauty because everything that I own from them, I love. I'm obsessed with. I use. I haven't honestly bought that much from. I haven't bought anything from them actually, but I have things from them because I've been gifted things by people or them or whatever. But I have their. It's like this oil that you put on before. You can either put it on under your skincare or before your makeup. And I always put it on before my makeup whenever I do makeup, and it is perfect. Like I probably would have never bought that product because I would have just never thought to.
Yeah.
And I just love it, honestly. It makes everything go on more evenly and smoothly and blend really well. It just makes everything sit very well. And then I also use their blushes every time I put on blush. I have a bunch of different like little mini shades. I don't know how people get like the big size because I got like Paige had gotten me a 3-pack of like the minis, and I was tempted to buy the gift set this year with the minis because I loved my one from last year and they're different shades. I just love those. And then I use their, I don't know what it's called. It's like a face complexion stick or something, and I use that on the days that I don't do like a full face, and I love it.
That's good. I've never tried anything from them.
They're just, I think you would like it because it's just very natural looking. So like if you're used to doing very like not makeup or skincare makeup, then it's really good.
That's good. For food, or the category of food and drink and stuff, because it's not actually edible, would be the thing that makes the reason I wake up every morning is my Nespresso. And that was a huge thing this year. Honestly, coffee in general, it has been a coffee year. So let's say umbrella term is that coffee was a big best of 2024 because I got really into coffee this year. I don't know when we went to 7 Brew, when you took me to 7 Brew for the first time, but I was like, wait. And then I think I went back with Justin like a couple weeks later, and it was delicious, of course, once again. And ever since then, my little, I guess they're lattes.
Yeah.
Is what the technical term of what the ingredients are. And I just love them. They're incredible. And when I found out that, like, I saw a video of someone doing, like, make this 7 Brew or this Dutch Bros drink at home with me, they used an espresso. And so I put the Nespresso on my registry, on our wedding registry, and I got it for my bridal shower. And it has been incredible. It's so fun and perfect. And every time that I get maybe a little bored with a recipe, I always find a new one to fill my heart. And I just love it. I have been very much loving Dutch Bros lately. Like, I do love going to get a coffee still. Like, it's just different. I do really appreciate just being able to go grab a coffee. But I can make a very delicious and amazing coffee at home. And that was a notable thing for me because I had a coffee almost every day, April. And I'm proud of that. No complaints. I love it. It makes my days better.
Yeah.
I love to make my coffees. It's so much fun.
I agree with that favorite because the moment I tried your coffee when you said, let me try, I said, Adam, we need this.
We need this.
And I don't know why, because I don't think he ever tried it, or maybe he did. Maybe he brought him one. I don't know. But he was convinced, and it didn't take much. And he said, here's your graduation present. And I said, okay.
Amazing.
So we got it, and we love it, and we use it all the time.
Yeah, it's so much fun. I just got a new sauce that is so good.
I need to honestly probably look at what you have and see and get inspired by what syrups I need to buy next, because I love my recipe, but I'm fearing that I need to move on because I've been doing it too much. And I tried something different last week. I did like hazelnut and white chocolate, and it just wasn't
I need to make you one because the new one I got is
maybe you can make me an evening coffee.
Good.
Because I didn't have coffee today.
So good. I love it. Like
I don't have any sauces. I only have syrups.
Every time I have a new recipe that I love, like every time that I get a little bit burnt out and I have something new, I want it like multiple times a day. And that's when you know it's good.
Oh, yeah, no, I've been there.
And like I know that for older people that have like pot coffee or like a Keurig, it's not a huge thing to have multiple cups a day.
But it is when you're making these drinks.
You're making it like this, it honestly is kind of like
full of sugar.
You're committing to it. But I just adore my home coffees, and I couldn't do it without my Nespresso. It's the thing that I want to go everywhere with me. The fact that I can't bring it on my trip to Colorado, it actually devastates me.
I took it with us when we went to Florida, and then we didn't even get pods. So I was just staring at it all week, being sad, thinking of the coffee I've been missing out on.
I have my fingers crossed because who I'm going to see, I'm going to see my aunt and uncle, and we're staying at their house. So there is hope that, someone lives there at someone's home. So maybe there's a chance they have something. But my aunt, I know that she likes coffee. So I'm feeling very hopeful that even if they don't have, like, obviously my setup, like, if they have, like, an espresso machine, then I have hope.
Yeah, if there's any espresso machine, you can make it work.
I can make it. Yeah. So I'm hopeful because they seem like the type that would have a fancy espresso machine. But I just really, I couldn't recommend it enough to anyone.
Yeah.
Ever.
Adam said the other day when we were looking at Best Buy, he was like, what if we get one of these like espresso machines? You know, the ones where you actually do it. I don't know how to do it. I said, no. I'm sorry. I won't learn.
I refuse to.
Well, I really do because my parents have one of those nice ones. They've had it since I was, I don't know, like 12. Mm-hmm. I have never learned. Layla and Allie know. Actually, maybe Layla. I think Allie's the only one who knows how to use it. I was going to say,
I think Allie made me a coffee.
Yeah, I think Allie and my parents are the only ones who know how to use it. Probably Grayson, but
I was about to say.
I would assume Grayson, but she doesn't make coffee over there. So, but anyway, every time there's like a family event, I'm like, normally Christmas actually, we're all like, Allie, are you going to make us all coffee?
Yes. I thought of, I mean, it's literally like if I took I want to bring it to Christmas. I'm not even going far, but I'm like I kind of want to bring it to my mom's house and like make her a little coffee. Like,
Christmas morning coffee.
Because knowing that you can do something good, I'm like, I want to share this.
Yeah.
Like, I want to make my mom a coffee I know that she will love because I know how wonderful it will be. Yeah.
That's why I got my mom one for her birthday. Because I was like, I need you to understand this right now. Mm-hmm. You can be living large. Yeah. Because, like, I mean, realistically, you are making what you'd get. I mean, we're making what we would get.
Yeah, exactly.
And on that note of coffee faves, I put 7 Brew because I love it. And I mean, I don't know when I started going to 7 Brew. I guess whenever they built it, but I just love it. And it's been a big fave this year. Again, I'm waiting for them to open the one that they're going to be inevitably opening near us, but I don't know when they're going to be opening it. I just know they will be at some point. Well, I was at a hair appointment one day whenever I still went to the old salon, and there was a girl getting her hair done next to me, and she was talking about how she like works at 7 Brew, and she was like, there's going to be this location on Memorial, and there's going to be this location in Smyrna, and there's going to be this location. And I was like,
my gosh.
I was like,
breaking
but she
news.
was talking to her hairstylist about it. The second that her hairstylist walked away, I said, did you just say, did I just hear you correctly? I said, I don't mean to eavesdrop, but
I did.
But I need to know that you're not lying about this. Yeah. And she was like, no, there are. And I was like, but that was a very long time ago. And so, which, these things take time. But I haven't seen anything down here that would make me think of it unless I'm just like looking in the wrong places.
Yeah. I can't think of anything. I'm sure I have other food things.
I have lots.
Yeah, I probably will think of more. I definitely can. But the specific ones that came to mind was my Nespresso and sausage.
For sure.
When it comes to bacon or sausage, I've always been a bacon girly. Mm-hmm. But I would say this year I became a sausage girly. And the funny thing about it is I actually started liking sausage because of my parents' vegan sausage.
Wow.
Yeah.
Not even real sausage.
Well, no, I love regular sausage now, but it was, yes, my parents have this like whatever vegan sausage they get. And it's better if you cook it a little bit more than you normally would, like so it's crispy. And I was like, this is really good. And then from that point forward, I just like love sausage.
Yeah, and you chose sausage for breakfast at your bachelorette trip. We're getting married.
It really was our bachelorette trip. We lived through that together.
We survived. I made
Thank
it
God
out.
we did.
Made it out to tell the tale. Thank God we did.
Thank God every day for that.
I don't know, your dream.
So scary. I didn't play it back to make sure that went swimmingly, the bleeping. But sausage. I don't know. I just decided I liked sausage.
Love that.
And it was like, I don't know, like a sausage link. I've had sausage links every morning for like 4 weeks.
Wow.
I love sausage. Like it's
just
so
sausage?
good. I mean, yeah.
Sausage and your coffee. That's all a girl needs.
I mean, usually I skip breakfast. So I'm like getting my protein in and I'm having my 4 links of sausage and it's delicious. I love sausage. I just think it's so yummy. And honestly, this doesn't sound like a big thing to most people, but I hate breakfast. So it is a really big thing that I do passionately love sausage. And yeah, I've always not hated it, but like I never would choose it.
Yeah.
So love sausage.
I was going to say one of my food faves is breakfast in general. I really look forward to breakfast these days. And I used to hate breakfast. Like, hate it, would sleep in to skip it, would starve till lunch because I did not want it.
Yeah.
It grosses me out. And I guess you could eat lunch food at breakfast, but that just grosses me out too. So I didn't like breakfast. But now this year I love breakfast. And I think it's because I've been having to obviously consistently get up earlier. So I have to eat before I go to work, and I work at 8. So like I have to eat because I won't get a chance to eat again until 1 p.m. And so I have to. So part of it was like forced, and some days are better than others, but I have been very, very, very into, that reminded me, I should probably sit up. I have been very, very, very into my breakfast, and I just love it. But I like, because I have my things, and I have different things that I can go to on different days, depending on what I'm feeling.
You do have very special breakfast things.
And I just love
it. That does remind me, just because I know that this is partly involved in your routine, is that I learned to like avocado this year. Mm-hmm. And that is because, you know how most places you have to pay for guacamole? Yeah. Gosh, my stories for liking food is all over the place. You have to pay at most places to get like a side of guacamole. Well, with my chimichanga, it comes with it. And I'm like, I keep asking for this off, and like, what a waste.
Yeah.
Because like, I could just like guac.
So true.
And so I decided that I would like guac, and now I love avocado. On like anything, just a little avocado mash on obviously toast or anything. So I would say that I evolved avocado this year. Trying to think of any other things. I guess sushi would be one that I tried and loved, but that's only because I found out the right way to order sushi.
I have a couple on mine that I started liking this year.
Yeah.
And one of those would be buffalo anything. Buffalo chicken dip, buffalo wings. I don't know. Buffalo. I don't know why, but it's been a thing, and I've been making my like the protein buffalo chicken dip for the past few weeks or months or whatever. I just like it. And then me and Adam made chicken, like, Caesar salad wraps the other night. And I said, I'm adding buffalo sauce to mine.
That sounds really good, the chicken Caesar wrap.
It was good except for I can deal with the, like, low carb, low calorie mini baby tortillas. The big wrap ones suck. They're so, I don't know how to explain the taste of them. They're just like, the texture is not good. The flavor is not good. You can't make them taste like a regular tortilla. And so I was telling Adam, like, our wraps were so much better when we just used regular tortillas. So next time we go to the store, we're going to get regular ones because our wraps were just better.
That sounds good. I'm actually going to write that down for my meal next week, is to do chicken Caesar.
And the Caesar dressing that we use, honestly, well, I think we changed a lot of things, and the Caesar dressing we used, I think they changed their recipe. And it tastes a little bit different to me, and I don't love that. And then the Italian seasoning that I was using is not as good as the other Italian seasoning I was using that I ran out of. So, like, everything made it a little bit not good. And I was really excited for it because I was just really excited for it. But another one of my ones that I was like, I started liking this year is pickles.
Oh, I love pickles.
And I have been very happy about it. I was actually, because I've wanted to like pickles my whole life. I felt like cool girls liked pickles and I was not cool. And everybody liked pickles except me. And I think part of that was that, like, my older sister loves pickles, and then Marley loved pickles. So, like, there was all these people around me who loved pickles. And I was like, oh my God, I need to like pickles. And I would try them like once a year, and I was always like, this is disgusting. It was like the texture, and they're cold, and like there was nothing good about them to me. I hated it. But anyway, this year I went to the moment that I started liking pickles. We were at the Tanger Outlets, and we went to, I don't know what that chicken place is called.
Okay.
Do you know what it's called?
No.
Don't know. Went there. And it was a progression. My love for pickles. Our relationship has grown so much. But it started there because they, like, served our little chicken, like, with little pickles on it. And I was like, what if I just eat the chicken with the pickle on it? What if I just go crazy and just grow up?
Yes, just eat it.
And I did. And I was like, oh, this is amazing.
This
is awesome. I said, wait, why do I like this? And so then, but obviously pickles are different everywhere.
Yeah.
So then I was like, I ordered my Chick-fil-A sandwiches with pickles.
That was a huge thing for me.
I know. And now I can't even imagine not having
without
them.
it.
Yeah.
I have always loved pickles. I'm picky about my pickles, but I've always really liked pickles. But I always got them removed on my Chick-fil-A sandwich because it was like, I don't know, I just decided. I just decided that I don't get them on my sandwich. And then one day I got it on it, and I didn't pick, like, I just forgot to take them off or whatever. And I didn't pick them off because usually I would pick them off and just eat them. Like, I still like them. I just didn't want it on my sandwich. I didn't like everything together. One day I had them and I was like, this is so much better with the pickles on it. Like,
it was like a moment.
Yes. And, like, obviously they choose for that to be the one thing that's on it. Obviously they've thought it through. But it was so good to the point where, like, I order extra pickles on Chick-fil-A sandwich every time because it's just so good. So I feel like, I just love pickles too.
I am still a little picky, but, like, and one moment that was hard for me was the Jack Brown's pickle because that seemed daunting because it's like just a chunk of pickle. Last week whenever we went to Jack Brown's, when I finished my pickle, I was sad because I was like, my whole pickle spear is gone. I should have ordered 2 of these.
I forgot to tell them I wanted one because I forgot that they did that, and it was just, like, busy, so I didn't ask for it. But I was devastated. Yeah. I was like, when it came out, I started eating, and then I was like, where's my pickle spear?
Yeah.
But it's
normally
like,
they ask you.
They did not, unfortunately. Aww. But it's like, getting a sandwich and it coming with a pickle. I'm like, oh, what a treat.
I know. I love it now. And it really, once you start to like them, for me, it's like once I started to like them, it was like everything that comes with the pickles on it is just so much better. Like, it's like opening my eyes because I've always taken the pickles off. So I've never known what this flavor combo tastes like. And the Shake Shack chicken sandwich with their pickles. So good. The only thing I will say that I still take the pickles off of is McDonald's burgers.
Yeah, that doesn't.
And that's because McDonald's pickles are just disgusting.
Everything.
McDonald's pickles and onions.
Yeah, I don't think that I can do it on a burger still.
Yeah.
I don't love very much on my burger. So I've not grown to that yet. But
I think I would still eat a pickle on a burger, just not those type of pickles.
That's fair.
I like the Grillo's pickles.
I don't know what brand I get, but it's a specific brand, and they're like garlic ones. They're so good.
Maybe it is the Grillo's brand.
Yeah, it probably is.
I don't know, because I just picked the ones that looked the most like the pickles I liked from the places I had been. I was like, these look good.
Yeah. I always forget about them though. And then when I forget about them and they've been in my fridge, then I get scared.
I know. Mine have been in my fridge for a while, and I know that pickles last for so long. Like, they're pickled.
Yes. But I always forget about them. Like, I just forget that I'm like, I could just go have a snack of a pickle.
Yeah.
I just forget.
Because I honestly wouldn't eat a pickle spear outside of Jack Brown's alone. Like, maybe I would with, like, a sandwich or something, or, like, at a chicken salad chick.
Stout match.
I'm not gonna do that. I tried the chickle. Gross. Nasty.
What?
The chickle trend? Where people do. It's like a pickle spear and, like, cheese, and they, like, roll it up and dip it and stuff.
Rancid.
It was.
Yeah.
And Adam was like, this is really good. And all the videos, it looked good, but whenever I made it, I was like, I almost threw up. I was like, this is disgusting. Yeah. You people are freaks.
Every time people were eating them and they were, like, dripping, I was like,
and they're, like, covered in hot Cheeto dust. Like, I was like, what are we doing right now?
This is rancid.
This is like, what did they say? Like, oh my gosh. Yes. I can't think of it, but you know what I'm saying. I have more. I have a few. I'll run through them.
I guess I could say one.
Okay.
Spam.
Yum. Love.
Yes, because I had Spam for the first time with you this year, and delish.
I would put it on mine, but it's been a thing for me for years, but I still love it. Milo sweet tea. Always loved it, but for some reason in the last year, I feel like there's phases where I feel like I need to have it throughout the year. The thing is, whenever I get tired of carbonated things, I'm like, I just need a little something.
Sweet tea.
A little sweet tea.
A little sweet tea.
As also because my mom always had sweet tea in the fridge growing up, which Milo's and my mom's sweet tea are obviously very different. My mom's, she makes sweet tea for, gosh, I don't know who, but it is not me. It is so much sugar. It's an insane amount of sugar, but I grew up that way, so of course I loved it as a child, and children love sugar. But now I can't drink it because I'm like, that's crazy.
I love sweet tea, and I do love Milo's, but I would say that as my awareness about, like, dental health, and I have terrible teeth, I do think they are partly genetic. I just do not have good teeth. I just feel very anxious having, like, the sugar that I'm like, I know is in that. It's not even, like, the sugar for, like, the calories. It's just, like, I feel like my teeth are actually going to rot out if I have a glass of sweet tea.
One glass.
Yeah.
Well, I will say I had the little personal bottle of Milo's because I didn't want to buy the jug because it always expires before I finish it because I don't drink that much. And I have been nursing that bottle for 3 days. Like, I only drink a little bit at a time.
Yeah.
But my next one is Dr. Pepper Zero.
I didn't put it on there, but
yeah, I know it's
zero
been a thing,
sugar
but
drinks,
like Dr. Pepper Zero specifically has my heart. And I think I'm feeling connected to it right now because the last time we got sodas, they didn't have it. And so I've been out of it for, I don't know, a month. Because we only really get, like, our big haul of sodas for, like, once a month.
Yeah.
So I'm really happy to have her back.
I definitely did find out. I don't know. It might have been very late last year. But, first zero sugar soda was Dr. Pepper Zero. Right over there. Mm-hmm. And it was only because, like, I just always associated zero sugar with diet as the same, and they're just not. Like, zero sugar soda changed my life. Mm-hmm. Like, I will never go back. I said something the other day. I asked Justin what his last meal would be. Like, what if you just pick whatever. And so when I was doing mine, I said that I wanted I love Dr. Pepper Zero. I think it is very similar, and that's why I love it. Mm-hmm. But I also love Baja Blast Zero, and I said that my for my last meal, I would want my drink to be like extra ice, Baja Blast Zero, but like 60 ounces of it, like 60 ounces of the drink. Like, I mean, it's got to be like 80 or 90 with the ice. Like, I want a big zero sugar Baja Blast, and he was like, for your last meal, you don't want the regular thing, you want zero sugar, and I was like, it's better.
Yeah, you're not gonna even can't drink. I will say, because I get what you're saying about the teeth thing. Like, I'll drink a regular Baja Blast on occasion, but there's no way you could ever drink 60 ounces of regular Baja Blast. No. Your teeth would fall out.
I think that zero sugar Baja Blast is better. I think that it's more carbonated to me.
It is more carbonated.
It's just better. Like, I would choose that over the real thing any day.
I think that the real one tastes more syrupy.
It does.
But
yeah,
I like them both for different days. Depends on my vibe.
I prefer, if I'm gonna have it not zero sugar, then I want it from Taco Bell because then it's delish.
My last one is very fitting since we were just talking about Taco Bell, and that is the blessing of the stacker.
Love the stacker.
And have other things I could say about fast food places, but for some reason, specifically when I think about a fast food item that I didn't get tired of in 2024, it was the Stacker.
It's good.
And I think it's because, well, to be fair, I'm not a plain Stacker kind of gal. I will always change it or add a sauce on the side or whatever. But like, I'll put potatoes in it, or I'll change the beef out for like the slow roasted chicken, or I'll get like whatever sauces with it, and I just love it. I'm just happy that we have a good value item, like a value menu item that's good, because normally their value menu items lately have been lacking.
Yeah, that's true.
So I've just been very blessed. And what's funny is I wrote that down, and then I'm actually sorry, this is off topic. I'm gonna go on a tangent, but the way that your phone knows everything about you at all times, and I know that happens, but like sometimes there are moments where I'm like, this is crazy. Like I wrote down Stacker, and then literally like half an hour later, I saw Mata Gravier's video where she says, I am so blessed to live in a time where the Taco Bell Stacker exists. And I was like, this is so targeted. Like the one Taco Bell item I wrote down was the same one she's mentioning in this video. And then another not food related topic, another way that my phone did that was last night I was at my parents' house and I was looking at Nemo's, their dog. I was looking at their dog's foot. I hate saying their dog, our dog's foot. And I looked down at his foot and his paw. And I was like, what is that? I didn't say it. I was just thinking it. His paw looked a little funky. There was a little bit something going on. And I was like, maybe it's normal. Don't know. I was scrolling on TikTok and it shows a video of some girl trimming it, the same thing, off her dog's paw. I've never seen this on a dog's paw before until I saw Nemo's. And I didn't even look anything up. I just thought it in my brain. And it popped up of someone trimming it.
That's crazy.
And I was like, this is crazy.
Yeah.
Like, there's ghosts.
Someone is paying attention.
Because there's spies. Because I'm like, one, my phone wasn't facing his foot. No one saw this of his foot but me. I never looked it up. I never saw anything. Do you want to see what it is, by the way?
Sure.
It's kind of gross looking, but anyway, then once I saw it on my TikTok, I had to go in a rabbit hole of what is this? How does it happen? Is it bad? Can they feel it? Whatever. It's fine. It's basically like a keratin thing. I think it's because I think his is probably just because of his diet. Maybe it's like you have so much keratin and it like grows in this way. But it grosses me out, to be honest.
Oh, I wondered if that's what it was, because I have seen videos of that.
I have never seen it.
I've never seen it in real life, but it is crazy. Yeah.
But it's on Nemo's paws or his back paw or whatever. At first, I was like, "Girl, what is that?" And then I just forgot about it. I didn't look it up or ask them about it because I was like, maybe it's normal. I don't know. Yeah. But I looked it up and it's that.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So,
I do love the Stacker. I did really like, because I've always been a Taco Bell value girly, and so
as we know, me and you scrambling $4 together.
Whenever that did come out, I was like, wait, this is such a good, safe value option.
Yeah.
So I do love it.
And it's a good size for a value option.
It is. And it's kind of like, I usually have a hard time between choosing a quesadilla or a taco. And I'm like, this is perfect.
Yeah.
This is the answer to all my prayers. But talking about food actually did remind me, which I guess we were always talking about food, but talking about restaurants, things. Cava.
Yeah.
Cava is an honorable mention for me. I do feel like I kind of overdid it a little bit. And so I haven't had it in a couple months now. Maybe that's extreme. Maybe like a month or two. Well,
I don't know how long it's been.
I don't know how long it's been. But I love Cava. I love that you can get the kids' meal. Incredible. I love everything I get on mine. It's just delicious. I really do adore that we have one now. And yeah, I just think Cava is underappreciated.
Yeah.
So that was a big one for me this year, I would say.
Okay. My first music is the Short and Sweet album, obviously.
Same, first on my list too.
By Sabrina Carpenter, because it is one of those albums where there's not a miss. No skips. It is so good.
So girly pop.
It is so girly pop. And I just loved it. Ate it up. And I honestly forgot how good it was. And then I was looking at my Spotify Wrapped and my Apple Music replay and whatever. And it was mostly Sabrina Carpenter. And I was like, really? I listened to it that much? And then as it's like playing the songs, as it's going through the thing, I'm like, these are really good.
They're so good.
And I was like, listen again.
Yes. Play again. I put that at the top of my list as well. And in the same genre, I would say just simply Pink Pony Club. A banger for me. An anthem for sure. Heavy in the Heart.
I'm going to add Chappell Roan to mine music faves as well. Not specifically Pink Pony Club, because I was obsessed with Red Wine Supernova.
Yeah, I do love her in general, but I would say Pink Pony Club was a defining song.
Yeah. Oh, in general. Like, I think that was like so good. It was everywhere.
Yes.
But no, yeah. And as I said last episode, the pop princesses really had their moment in 2024, which is why I like was very into it. I am like, Adam was funny because we didn't go to the last day of Bonnaroo. And he was like, I'm going to be so mad if we start getting like really into Chappell Roan. And then we didn't even see her the like one time we were at Bonnaroo. And of course, not even a week later, like literally on the way home from Bonnaroo, I'm like blasting Chappell Roan. I'm like, of course. But to be honest, it probably would have been bad if we were there anyway, just because it was like one of the hugest shows like that weekend. Like it was massive.
Yeah. So it would have been.
It would have been crazy.
Yeah. I listened. I would say that I probably got into her late, but I guess it was probably right around the same time. But I know that I saw people talking about her. I didn't know anything about her, so it didn't really mean anything. But when I was in Chicago the first time in June, we went out and they played, I don't remember what song it was, but it was just like so fun. I was like, this was exactly the vibe. And it was so good. And so I was like, I'm going to listen to her other songs when I had my AirPod Maxes on and I had all my stuff on and I was going, like I was by myself on the subway going to the airport. And I was like, I'm going to listen to her music. And like, I just went to like, you know how on Apple Music they have like top songs. And I did that and I listened to Pink Pony Club and I was like, so true.
Yeah.
So, yeah, loved it.
Love that. The Secret of Us, Gracie Abrams.
Oh my God. That's literally my next one. It's short and sweet. Gracie Abrams.
That's my last one.
Yeah, that was definitely, okay, you do yours and else.
Nothing. I just loved it for a lot of reasons. The songs that I liked and connected with, I was just like, wow, this is really good.
So good.
So good.
I feel like there was an episode, or maybe it wasn't an episode of this, but I feel like there was one day that we were talking about Gracie Abrams and you said you didn't really love her.
I didn't, because she's on my list. She's on my list of, there's a few girly singers that are all the same to me, and she's in that category. Gracie Abrams, and don't know the other one's name, but she was at Bonnaroo.
Lizzie McAlpine.
Yes.
I love Lizzie McAlpine, but for like, honestly, like a couple years, I got them mixed up. Yeah.
Yeah, they're the same to me. And there's someone else, but I don't remember her either. Lizzie McAlpine, there's only like 2 songs that I know of hers, but I always thought they were the same because their singing styles were just like very similar. And I think they look kind of similar too. Yeah. I don't know.
I think they do. Yeah.
But I don't know. Then Layla had told me that the Gracie Abrams, like that album is all she'd been listening to. And I was like, you know what? I need a new album to obsess over. So I'll give it a chance. And I hadn't listened to like any of her other stuff. So I listened to it, and this is, for me, this is the year of the pop princesses because, and for everyone, but I have not been into, honestly, a pop female artist in a very long time. So I was like, I'm already growing like to love Chappell Roan and Sabrina Carpenter, so I was like, why not try Gracie Abrams? And I really enjoyed it. So I'm thinking maybe it's just me falling more into my feminine energy this year, and I've always been that way, but I think that I just haven't. Normally, my favorite artists are, I guess, males or male groups or whatever. Like, there's not a lot of like female artists that I like that I've listened to other than like Taylor Swift and like Doja Cat, as silly as that sounds. But like, I haven't listened to a lot of like the pop artists. Like, I was never into like Ariana Grande or like,
same.
You know.
Yeah, I love Lizzie McAlpine, and I got into her. I don't remember what that one's called. I got into Lizzie McAlpine when I was still going to Knoxville, and it was the album Give Me a Minute. And it was so good. I loved everything about this album. To me, was perfect in the time that I was listening to it. Like, I loved it. I thought that it was just such, it's not, I don't listen to like slower music for like sad music, but it's like the relaxing. Like, it was just like calm vibes. Like, it was the album that I would play when I was like walking from my dorm alone to get my coffee in the morning or whatever. And it was just like, so I loved the album at the time. I thought it was beautifully lyrical and it was just a wonderful musical album. But then looking back, it's like a very specific time for me. It's like, it's the brisk air of a college campus. Like it's a very specific time, but it was, I mean, I think everything on that album is beautiful and perfect. And so I got really into her. And then I do think from listening to her, I somehow got a recommended song that was Gracie Abrams and loved her. But before the newest Gracie Abrams album, I could never remember. When I wanted to listen to one of them, I could never remember the other one's name. I always remembered one of them, and it was like the wrong one. So it'd be like, I'm looking for the cover art that I know, and then I go to that artist, and I'm like, it's the wrong one.
Yeah.
And so that happened to me a lot. But my top 13 or 14 songs on my Apple Music replay was every song from The Secret of Us, which was interesting because The Secret of Us was not my top album. But it was, every song was my top, like 14 songs. But I loved it. I mean, yeah, it's just one of those that can just play and you don't even realize how much you listen to it until it's just playing and you just know everything. But yeah, I mean, that was the next one on my list because it was just girly and lovely and fun.
On the topic of listening to slow music for like the vibes and like peaceful and calming, I was thinking of, there's a lot of honestly like slower paced artists that I've started listening to within the last 2 years, but I feel like more predominantly this year. And those would be Faye Webster.
Oh, so true.
Boy Genius.
So true.
Phoebe Bridgers in general.
Yeah.
I'm missing someone. I know I'm missing someone, but you get the gist.
Yes, for sure. Vibes. Same. Yeah. That's like the vibe.
Yeah, it's the vibe. Especially when it's like, honestly, spring or fall. Even honestly, everything except summer. But because like fall, like the brisk and like the vibes, the colors, the whatever. And then the winter, the cold. And then the spring, it's like new and rebirth and whatever. Yes. So it's like it's can relate and feel it and get it in all the seasons. And I love it. There's something about it.
I've always been like that, where it's just like that vibe of music I just love. And Justin has grown to like it a lot more. But I would say like probably whenever we started dating, like the first little bit, he's like, why are you always listening to such sad music? And I'm like, it's just like beautifully written.
Yeah.
It's that for me. It's not like it's sad. It's just like, I'm like, this is such a beautiful piece of art.
Yeah.
This song. It's wonderful.
Yeah.
So yeah, I get that.
Adam likes Faye Webster. Like that's why we bought Bonnaroo tickets, which is crazy because she was by far not our like favorite at Bonnaroo, just because I feel like everything that she is would be, and she would play it at the Ryman, I think, a few weeks later. So like we should have just gone and seen her at the Ryman because I think
that would have
her
been
in that setting would have been her.
Yeah.
And then Bonnaroo it just wasn't her place to me.
Yeah.
But he doesn't really, I don't think he really likes, he's fine with Gracie Abrams, Sabrina Carpenter, but like as far as slow music goes, he's not a big Boy Genius, Phoebe Bridgers. But to be fair, I don't play it in the car with him because I know the vibe that I want to procure when I'm listening to that music is like moody and somber and like, yes, me alone, or me on the way to work, me alone running errands, me alone, or Mitski was who I was forgetting.
Yes,
Mitski. I love Mitski, which Adam loves Mitski as well. But I think there's just something to it that like girls get.
Yeah, Was that your last one?
Yeah, I didn't even have it on there. It just came up.
I think it was my last one. Yeah. My last one was Role Model and his Kansas Anymore album, because that was another one I just played quite a lot when it came out and just really loved it.
You played a song by Role Model, or a song played by Role Model in your car when I was with you. And I added that one to my playlist, and I don't remember what it's called, but it probably was from that album.
I really liked it.
I should listen to his album.
Yeah, I really liked it.
A lot.
I feel like he was a little bit of an acquired taste, and I say that just because some of the wording is a little bit quirky, but I acquired it when he was still dating Emma Chamberlain, and he like wrote those couple of songs, and so I listened to them, and then from there I just do really like his music.
I was gonna say I have a few that I liked, but I don't know. I haven't like listened to anything. I think with most albums I can find one or two songs that I really enjoy if I listen to it all the way through.
Yeah.
It's just I usually don't do that unless it's an artist that I've been waiting for this album to come out, or an artist that I typically am loyal to or whatever. So, which this might be an unpopular opinion, but I hated Taylor Swift's most recent album.
Really?
It was garbage.
I did not realize that I listened to it as much as I did at all, because she was my top artist and that was my top album. And
that's crazy.
I don't understand how that's possible. Like, I listen to it, but again, like, now Apple Music is only listening to the beginning of the beginning of the year. Like, that was so little time in the grand scheme of my year.
Yeah.
And I thought that was really crazy because I did listen to it and I did grow to like it. Like, I gave it the time it needed. Because usually for me, I do struggle. Like, the first pass of an album.
Maybe I just didn't give it the time it needed then.
I gave it some time and I grew to like. I have hits that I would prefer and I could like recommend those. Like, it was a long album, so it's hard to take your time to resonate with all of them, but there were quite a few songs on there that I really did grow to love. But I didn't realize I listened to it as much as I apparently did.
Is there a way to look at your top album without scrolling through all this?
Yeah.
I always hate whenever I see Hamilton in my my top. I do love the Hamilton soundtrack, but something about that. I don't want to see that in my like most listened to. Mm-hmm. Like, really, how many times did I listen to that song?
Break it down. I have a couple TV shows that we'll just quickly go through. I'm sure they'd be the same one, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
My TV shows this year that I feel like deserve the mention are Tell Me Lies, because honestly, hooked. I was hooked. That's all. I miss it. I want to know what was going on.
I'm really sad.
I'm curious. Yeah. I want to know. And then Dancing with the Stars.
No. You keep going, but I'm going to think of a couple while you're doing
that. Dancing with the Stars, because I had never watched it before. I thought it was very fun. I do wish I could like skip some of the boring stuff, but I really liked a lot of the contestants and I love Joey. I think he's perfect. So love that. And then similarly, The Bachelor, if we're going back, because that was this
year.
Was that this year?
I think so, because they have 2 a year. They have Bachelor and Bachelorette.
Yeah, because I think Charity was fall, because that's when we started watching.
That is so crazy.
I know. Yes, because Jen was spring. I mean, sorry, Jen was summer. I think
Jen was a summer
or fall.
And then
so
Grant will be the one that's about to begin.
Yeah, which would be spring. So yes, Joey in the spring of The Bachelor, and honestly, Bachelor franchise in general, because not in general, I guess they have a lot of things I don't watch, but Bachelor or Bachelorette, I do love to clock in for. So those are my hits for TV shows, because I feel like anything else are rewatches for me, so I don't think they're worth mentioning.
I was gonna say that. Okay, obviously the Bachelor franchise is huge and like they have so many things, but obviously there is a trend on like a similar subject, and that is the universe of Nick and Vanessa Lachey, and that would be Love is Blind, The Ultimatum. I don't remember if they do Perfect Match or Perfect something. I don't know, but they do like a few different love shows. Sorry, I had a burp. But anyway, they do a few different love shows and whatever. And them being the host is like reminds me of how the Bachelor franchise had what was his name? Not the current one. Yeah, the current one's name is Jesse. The old one's name is Chris, I think. Anyway, how they had like that host thing. So like they have very minimal involvement, but them being like it being like their show is just interesting. Anyway, I watched all their shows. So The Ultimatum and Love is Blind. And Love is Blind has a new episode or a new season coming out in February. I'm really excited about it because they're pumping these seasons out.
Yeah,
and
they
like,
really are.
Normally it's not like that with most shows, but like I guess because they do it in different cities, they have a better like pick of the litter, I guess, for like because they usually do it from whatever city that they're located in is where they're getting all their like contestants from.
Okay.
So the people like live local, so like there's not as much of an issue with like
so true. Yeah. Distance.
Yeah. Which like last season or maybe the season before last, there was people who they had like been on dates together, like they met on a dating app, so like they knew each other, and like that was weird. Which like makes sense that would happen because like the type of people who are applying for this show are probably similar.
Yeah.
But anyway, crazy. That kind of thing. And I'm thinking about the Tell Me Lies thing and how it's insane that we have to wait that long.
I know.
There's no reason that a TV show that comes out with 10 episodes per season.
That's clearly low budget. Let's all be honest.
Yeah.
Like comparatively very low budget.
Maybe that's why it's taking 2 years. They need a financial break.
Yeah, they need to squeeze some money up. But curious to know what's going on.
For sure.
Yeah.
Do we have any best movies of 2024?
Good question. Anyone But You came out this year, I think. I think that was February. And I think that whether you listening liked or disliked it, I do think it lit a spark in the industry for like kind of rom-coms to kind of come back. And obviously there was a little bit of a lull with COVID in general, but I think that like the girly movies might be making a comeback because it just worked. Yeah. Girlies just loved it.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to remember what else because
there's the Colleen Hoover movie. There was what's that one we watched
there
recently?
Was something I went to or wanted to go see a couple times. Ooh, there was someone I liked in it. That was why.
It was
I would mention, not that it was the best to any way, but The Substance was insane. That was the most insane movie I saw this year.
I still haven't seen that.
It was insane. Not a best, but like
I wonder if it's streaming anywhere.
Shocking.
Yet. Yeah. What movie I want to see is, I don't know how to pronounce this word. Heretic. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
The Mormon one.
Yeah.
I want to watch that one.
Yeah.
And I keep seeing it, but it's like rent or buy or whatever. And I'm like, give me for free. I already have a membership or whatever subscription.
Mm-hmm. Is our last one just hobbies?
Yep.
That will be very quick.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Yarning. That means knitting, crocheting, what have you. That's all. I learned to knit and I'm unstoppable. I'm an unstoppable force. I've been pumping out a sweater a week for the past 3 weeks. And I think that will have to end soon just because I have a lot of things to do. Yeah. But do love it. And I'm very excited to see where this knitting journey takes me. And obviously I still have my love for crochet and all the projects that I want to do with that. And I'm excited to see how my crafting goes next year.
For sure. I would just say crafts in general, I guess. I learned how to sew this year, which was a very big, fun thing for me. I have loved sewing. It has been, I've gotten angry at my sewing machine a few times, but I found out that was not my fault. I got my sewing machine fixed. There was something wrong with it. I was not doing anything wrong. My timing was messed up. Well, the sewing machine's timing was messed up. So, other than that, my sewing journey has been wonderful. Pretty much jumped right into it. I made like a couple like pot holders to start out, but other than that, I jumped right into the Bestie Bag by Blackbird fabric, I don't know. And I bought that pattern and made like 6 of them. Now to this, since I bought it, I made my most recent one like 2 days ago. And I love sewing. I think it's so much fun and it really helps balance out the things that I can't make with my other hobbies. I can make with sewing and it's beautiful. I can just make any gift for anyone with that. Like even if I can't think of something that people would like with yarn, with sewing, you can just make anything. And I love it. I don't think that I can maintain the space that it takes up for much longer, but I love that I know how to do it and I will come back to it once we have more space one day. But sewing I learned this year. Second would be definitely had a little crochet rebirth. I crocheted last year, but I guess probably with like moving and summer and just being busy, didn't crochet too much until this fall-ish. Jumped right back in and I am a force to be reckoned with. Can't stop crocheting except, well, technically today I stopped crocheting. On a technical note, I did crochet my sweater that I'm wearing right now. If you are watching, I made this. And this was not the last thing I made. I've made 2 things since then, but this was the last thing I made for myself. And I would say that I'm very proud of this. So I would say that I've accomplished something and now I can pause on all my wonderful crochet things that I want to make. And I've done so many Christmas gifts this year and I have all those checked off my list. And now I am learning how to knit because I'm a copycat and I also want to be able to make sweaters other than this one, which I am proud of, but I just want to know how to knit. So I got a kit and it finally came in and I started knitting today and I messed up a lot already.
No,
but
you did perfect.
I did try. I also think a lot of it is actually really wrong, but I am knitting. So I'm looking forward to that next year. But technically it's probably not a best of 2024 because I started today, but next year, honorable mention. And I think that's all that we have for you today.
I think so.
Because we rambled a lot.
Mm-hmm. We had a lot of bests.
We did. It was a good year. But we will see you guys next week for another exciting episode.
Love ya. Bye.
Tune in to the 14 Steps Away podcast every Monday for a new episode.
Don't forget to like, comment, follow, rate, review, and share.
Watch every week on Spotify or YouTube.
And listen on Apple Podcast or Spotify.